So, Cam, I understand you wanted to have a chat about something. Now, for those avid listeners, we know we have covered this before a few years ago, but I think it's worth talking about again, really, because it is something that it's a bit of a hot topic for Cam. He does like to sort of share his views about it, but I can understand it because, I think it's a bit bizarre bit of marketing, really, isn't it? But...
Yeah, I do, and it's basically awards. And in particular, it's the wedding industry awards, which seem to have cropped up in recent years. And I've noticed, though, saying that, I mean, I've been receiving some emails from two companies in particular about the wedding industry awards. But going back before COVID, there were others as well, which I've not heard from now, whether they're just not doing it at the moment or it's just not come around to the time of year where they need to be doing their awards and everything. But
they
seem
to have has been revealed.
Yeah, right. Yeah, yeah. Or they just seem to have, they're just not around anymore or whatever. Maybe it's just not the right time of year. But the wedding industry awards, are relevant or not, Mark?
Well, no one ever emails me about this stuff, so perhaps my work isn't good enough. Yeah, I mean, it's a strange one. I have received some sort of mention awards and things like that through Venture when I worked for them. I was, they have this portfolio which is worldwide, and my work's ended up in there and stuff, which is very nice. Although it doesn't really transcribe for me being self-employed because no one really cares about the Venture awards if you're outside of Venture. Yeah. No, I mean, it's not something I've had a lot of contact with other than that, really.
You see, the industry isn't regulated in any way. Right. There might be a group out there and say, well, look, no one else is doing it, so we're doing it. And these are the people that we've got who are, we're the ones that have set this up, and they have these celebration dinners, and they put the videos up, and these local suppliers who attend this awards evening because they've been voted the best wedding cake maker in the southeast, or the best photographer in the northeast or something. And I don't know about these awards because I've really been ignoring these emails. Won't say who it's come from. But more often than not, it's get your customers to vote for you. And really, if anyone,
what does the email say? What do you have to do? I mean, what let's break it down.
Well, the thing is I'll need to bring up the email because I didn't want to. I don't want to actually read it out because I want to say I don't want to
paraphrase. You want to paraphrase, I guess. Don't you?
That's right. Yeah, and but while I'm finding it, my thing on it is that who votes for it, because it's very easy to say get your customers to vote, because if you're interested in attending in winning that award, of course you're going to get your family and friends to
not to vote for you. Yeah, of course you are.
Yeah. And
but
I always how much do they actually know? I'm sort of pausing because I don't want to come straight in and say, oh, these people are wasting everyone's time, they're not legit or anything like that, because these people they're trying something. I mean, I've just put up an old email from them. This goes, well, I say old, it goes back. It says, we're trying to bring credibility and recognition, and it builds, this is what awards do. They can help build your brand. I get all of that. But nothing is actually, as I said, it's not regulated. There is nothing stopping me from putting up on my website saying award-winning photography. I could make up some names of some awards and put them on my website, say I won these awards. Okay.
Yeah.
And for me, it's nonsense. I have to say it. I have to say it straight out. Does it bring work in? Is it marketing? Yes, I think, yes, it is marketing. There are people that are going to go on there and say, oh, well, look, he or she's won an award. They're the best, wedding DJ in
the southeast.
In the southeast.
Yeah.
And some people will say, yeah, that's me. I won that award. And hey, if you're not in it, then you're not going to win it. Okay, so but you look at it from both sides.
You're not being judged by your peers, are you? And I think that's the thing. It's not like other DJs have gone to this. Oh yeah, he's brilliant.
Yeah,
You
this
know,
guy,
he uses the right amount of interaction with the crowd. He uses the right tunes. His customer service apparently has been really good.
Yeah.
But, you know, we've been sat in this wedding all night and we're watching him do his thing and he's amazing. You know, it's not that. You have people voting for you who, like, let's say, let's go back to the photography world now. You have people voting for you who you shot their wedding for. Well, how do they know you're the best photographer in the Southeast? Because they've only used you. So there's very little frame of reference there. So
yeah. And it goes on to say, and I've got to be careful here because I'm not going to say who it is, but it says on the website, and this is going back several months ago, it says about the awards, it is not simply about the total number of votes received. It says just because one wedding supplier does more weddings than another doesn't necessarily mean that they are better. It says, so each entrant's average voter score will be calculated and used throughout. The proportion of each entrant's eligible voters who will vote will be also taken into account by the panel when necessary and applicable. The use of each entrant's average voter score enables suppliers of all sizes to compete on a level playing field. This is a vital aspect of these awards. Yeah, that's fine.
What are they voting on?
Yeah, you know, and so
is it photography? Is it the photography? Is it the customer service? Is it the whole? You know, what is it that they're voting on?
Yeah, and fair play to these guys. They're trying to do something, and but I don't think it's something that you can actually really do and regulate. I mean, look at the societies. You go to their show, their trade show that they have, and they have an exhibition of all of the photographers that put work in, and they award that they'll pick their favorites and whatever.
But that's judged by their peers, isn't it? They're judged by the.
Now, we've spoken to those judges, and how do they judge those pictures, and what really, what makes it? Now, that's completely different to these awards, because if you're looking for the best wedding photographer in the Southeast or the best wedding photographer in London, I'd always be dubious that if I looked at a website and it said best photographer in Birmingham, 2023, I'd be thinking, well, but then I know the industry, but then I'm aware of that. If someone said voted best DJ of the year 2023 for regional, I'd be thinking, I would be sort of, I wouldn't necessarily sort of take that on, and unless it's a national award by a nationally recognized board or something, then that is different. And then would I enter something like that was that I thought that I would think would be valid, then yes, but then some people are going to say to me, well, I entered the awards, I didn't win, but hey, you know what, I've picked up a lot of work. And then you think, well, it's a no-brainer, because if you've used that as your marketing, and then
why are these people in existence? I mean, where's the money for them?
Well, they host these award dinners.
Right.
So you pay to go to, you book a table of, say,
you pay to go to your own awards, do you?
Yeah, that's right. You pay for your dinner. So somewhere along the line, these awards have been set up, and the organisers, these event organisers, shall we say, are making money from it, because fair play, that's their job. If they're making money through organising events, that's fine. If that's their job, if that's how they earn money, then great. I don't have a problem with that. Don't have a problem with that at all. What I do is is how valid these awards are. That's my only concern. And also, if somebody says that's the best DJ in the Southeast, what makes that person, and why is that person the best DJ? It's just because they've had a lot of people that, because they've bothered to, they've bothered to enter the awards. But then you're never going to win any award if you're never going to enter it. It's like a national lottery, isn't it? If you're not going to enter, you're not going to be a lottery winner.
But you got a lot of, you basically done a bit of a voting campaign. I mean, I guess in some respects that's what happens in the Oscars, wasn't it? I don't know if you get nominated and then you do it, but there are press packs sent out. There's a lot of stuff happening for someone to win an Oscar. Yeah,
I'm sure there's a lot of politics that go into that as well. They need to be seen to be transparent. The Oscars is a different thing, and I'm sure that there are things that go on that we don't know about. That but
no, I wasn't saying anything untoward was going on. All I'm saying is I don't know how it works. If obviously you got to be in a pretty good film to be consideration, and then I know a lot of sort of in industry marketing goes on for that film, that director, for example, that actor, to get the Oscar. or even to get the nomination. There's a lot of press packing, there's a lot of marketing going on to the right people, not necessarily things we would see. It's to the I guess the Academy Award people.
Yes.
I'm not saying anything untoward, but there is an element of marketing going on to get that person to win an Oscar.
Yeah, exactly. That's right. Yeah, and I'm looking at some of the things that they have, and they have best sort of wedding transport of the year.
I love the fact they're using transport, so it's any mode of transport.
That's right. Yeah. So what makes somebody, who's going to be offering who's going to make somebody an award winner for that? Anyway, just want to say, because I've been seeing some of this on social media. I've been getting emails about it. You need to enter, and it's really simple to enter, and it's a national award and that type of thing. I'm not so sure about them. If you do enter and you've won, or you do enter and you've not won, and you just think these are a good idea, then let us know, because I've just had sort of my opinion on it, but I do always like to see both sides of the story. So I'm not going to say that they are a complete waste of time. What I'm saying is that, in my opinion, is that how valid are they? I think that's really what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, doesn't seem particularly real, I guess, but anyway, that's food for thought. But yes, please do get in touch with us. We're always happy. As you know, Craig got in touch, and we said the story. So we're always happy for people to get in touch with us.